Hi guys, welcome back to the Urban Palette Kitchen. I'm Chef Marcy, and today we'll be doing citrus brined Cornish hens with the citrus gravy. Make sure you guys like and subscribe to my channel. But in the video right here, I have my 2 Cornish hens. I take out the guts out of each of them, so that leaves me with like the giblets and things like that. I boil some water. I add salt, sugar, onion, garlic, bay leaves, peppercorns, lemons, limes, red pepper flakes. And I bring that to a boil to make sure that all the salt and sugar has dissolved. And then I add some ice to cool it down, because you can't place raw chicken in hot water. So once it all dissolves and I add the ice and I cool it down, that is when I'll add the chicken, not before. Please do not add the chicken before while the liquid is still hot. Make sure your liquid is completely cold. I also add some scraps of parsley stems. It's just I had left over. You can add any stems that you have. And make sure, again, it is nice and cool. So you see in my container that I'm going to put the chicken in, there's also ice inside of there. I just would like to ensure that the liquid is completely cool. And I want you guys to make sure that you do the same. Now, once I make sure the liquid is completely cooled, I then add both of the Cornish hens and I let them soak overnight. I put a lid on top, place it in the back of the refrigerator, and I let it go for 24 hours. Once the 24 hours is up, if you guys notice, the ice is completely melted. The chicken is a little bit plumper. So I pull it out of the liquid and I rinse it off. I pat it dry. I make sure that all the stuff is out of the inside. And then I give you guys a look at the inside. So I just have this thing of mine that I like to use paper bags to help absorb the liquid and keep everything a little bit more sanitary. So like I said, I pat it dry inside and out, front and back. I add some oil. And for the the Cornish hen, I'll be using my citrus mojito blend. So I season the inside, the outside, the back, the front, in between the little wingettes. And I like to place my wings and fold them behind just so they don't burn, because they can burn, and I don't really like that. So I always kind of tuck them in so it can kind of evenly cook. And sometimes if I need to, I'll also kind of tie it up so make sure it cooks all evenly. So you guys can also head over to my website and purchase your citrus mojito blend. I just kind of use oil, citrus mojito, and inside of my citrus mojito, I have garlic powder, onion powder, red pepper flakes, paprika, salt, pepper, oregano. I have a married of different little herbs and spices. And while that's in the oven cooking on 375, I make my giblet gravy. So I have the necks, the hearts, and the kidneys that came out of the little packet with stuff inside of the Cornish hens. And I take a couple of tablespoons of olive oil, garlic, carrot, onions, and I added a little bit of mushroom. And I saute that all in the onion and butter. And I let that get a little brown. And I also have probably 2 to 4 cups of chicken stock set to the side too. I add my garlic last because I don't want it to burn. I just want it to kind of brown, and I also add a little bit of red pepper flakes at this stage. So I just used chicken bouillon. I didn't have any fresh stock of my own, so I just did a bouillon cube, and I added the right amount of water, and I add that to my pan. I deglaze, stir. At this step now, I always try to re-season, and I do want to reinforce the citrus flavor at this time too. So I add my lemon, my onions, I'm sorry, that was wrong. My lemons, my oranges, and I have some zest off to the side too. And I also thicken that with a little bit of slurry, which is cornstarch and water. And I let that thicken up. And I add a little bit more garlic powder, onion powder, and salt and pepper. You guys definitely need to taste at this step to make sure that it tastes good. And then, thicken it to your liking. I like mine a little bit more transparent. And I do not add the zest early. You got to add it at the end. So I pulled them out of the oven. And that's what my Cornish hen looks like. I like to spoon my gravy on top. And you can serve it with anything that you like. But I served mine with some butternut squash There's a video for that too. And see you guys next time. Thank you for joining me, and subscribe to my